What up, what up, what up? Bankroll Tim bedded up. So, my left hand ended up becoming a problem. I had to go to the ER. Went to the ER. Wednesday, they gave me some antibiotics, stuff like that. But that didn't work. I ended up having to go to the hospital on Friday. They admitted me. So, just got out today, Monday. And even though my hand is still a little jacked up, they said it's not from the cut, just something that was laid dormant for a while, and it's in my tendons. But it's killing me. They got me on all kinds of other stuff. Then I ended up having high blood pressure, so now they got me on something for that. But anyways, that's what's happened, so I haven't been here. I cut these pipes off to get them out of my way on this Cutlass, because I figured it was something easy to do real fast. I need them out of my way to do all this. But I realized this car's been hanging up here, and I noticed the back frame had a really big gap. So it was slowly hanging more and more and more. And I was like, how is it that weak? I put the stand right there. So then I got to looking at whatever they did. Now, I'm not saying that they were leaving this like this. You know, I think is what happened is the owner obviously got to the point where he was fed up and wanted his car, and they already had it cut out. So they threw this together real fast. Because like I said, there's no weld there, no welds there, boom. But with me putting it up on the lift, it had a lot of weight to it. And since this car has a motor in it, obviously if this back frame setup fell out, it could be heavy enough to where the car would fall forward. I do have the leg spread on the lift pretty wide. I do have the weight offset to the back, but that could be enough counterweight to throw it off. But anyways, I put the stand underneath there for safety. The wheel was hanging out. I didn't see the splines inside the center, like that side. So I grabbed this wheel, an axle, and I pulled it out. Well, when I went to set it down, I realized I do not have as much strength in this hand right now, and it hurt. So that's what I was doing there. That's why this is here. And once again, I don't think this was gonna stay like that, but for somebody to take the time to take an axle and cut it and weld it, I mean, there's no way that that would hold up. But I don't know if they were doing it for like mock-up, to where they would see if that was the length that they wanted. I mean, if you measure a stock G-body axle, that's 28.5 inches. The spline count right there, to me, this might be 28 spline. This center, let's see, this center. This center is 7.5, so 26 spline. So anyways, but just a whole bunch of whack ass shit. But I know that I gotta cut all this out of the Cutlass. But that's just something, like I said, I realized that I was doing that, boom, so I took care of that. But the bigger thing is, I'm gonna get this front frame all cleaned up, but even bigger than that is to knock out the 442. So again, this is what's happening. I should have enough strength in my hand to get the back pieces cut out, get the cross brace in there, and get the back, you know, make my cuts there. I can still hammer with my right hand, obviously, because that's what I hammer with. You know, I do a little bit of hammering there. I watched the video the other day, somebody doing a frame notch on a blue Cutlass, some shop, I don't know, and he was beating the living shit out of the thing, and then gets the car done with the 24's on it, front and back, and he took like 15 cuts on the front fender and stuff like that. But talking about that's all you need to do. It's simple, it's easy. The frame notch can be done in one day. I mean, yeah, I saw how the frame notch looked. It could be done in one day, but you want it nice and right. And then the front, there was no notch. They didn't talk about the front notch. They were saying they had pretty good turning, but we all know with 24 on a G-body, yeah, there's really no turning with the frame notch unless you run that 255/25 tire. And then you still don't get full turn. And anytime your wheel turns there, you're turning with the steering wheel and you turn there, you're putting so much pressure on the gearbox and all of the components, the the center link bushing, the inner and outer bushings, and it just wears that shit out fast. We had a Malibu back in the day that we did, and dude didn't want to cut his frame because so many other people told him, oh, it would weaken it, oh, this and that, because they don't know shit. So people would rather listen to people that don't know shit. And his gearbox kept going out, going out, going out. And this is back when, you know, we didn't have smaller tires, so he really didn't have shit for turning. And we ended up doing the frame notch finally, and then he never had to do a gearbox again. And to this day, he's always like, I can't believe that, you know, took care of that issue. And yeah, you know, when a tire is supposed to turn, a wheel's supposed to turn, and it don't turn, you know, and you're forcing it, you're forcing the gearbox, and the tire's rubbing on the frame, the pressure inside the gearbox, yeah, it's gonna wear it out. And he didn't buy cheap. I think maybe the first gearbox was a cheap one, which I don't even know if you can get cheap ones compared to good ones or whatever. But the steering gearbox kept going out. That was a Camellia Malibu. I think somebody just posted it the other day from Aurora. But all right, y'all, that's it for now. Bankroll Tim, bet it up. I'm gonna be working on this. I'm gonna come back in here tomorrow and get to working on the 442. But all right, y'all, Bankroll Tim, bet it up. I'm out. Appreciate y'all.